Hi friends, welcome to this show of How to Face Interview by Dr. Nivedita. Today we are going to talk about what to do just a day before interview and how to face interview and enter the interview room, how to handle different kind of questions. First thing is, a day before interview, your mood system should be completely stable. You should be calm and peaceful. That is possible when you are not into any negative talks, or watching any negative movie or negative serial on TV. Just fill yourself with complete positive inputs. For example, in the first episode we spoke about fill yourself with positive motivational videos or motivational audios or see motivational programs on TV. Today also you can do this for some time. In the first episode I spoke to you about that file and that diary. Just keep on looking at the file and the diary for the last minute storing of your information in your brain system. Then whatever clothes you are going to put on, dress you are going to put on tomorrow, today you should be completely prepared with that. Keep it at a separate place. See whether it is properly ironed or not. Also see that your shoe should be properly polished. Your socks should be clean. With this, also prepare that your documents should be ready. Keep all the documents in a beautiful file. And don't forget to keep a passport size photograph, few passport size photographs, and pen and a pencil. Keep all these things in your file. This would help whenever you are going for an interview. If you have to sign any document, you don't need to ask for a pen from anyone. That would give you immense amount of confidence. Now, next day when you are get up slightly early and plan to reach interview place half an hour before the target time. This would save your anxiety, and if there is any traffic jam, you don't need to spend at that point of time. You won't be anxious. You would be completely relaxed because you would be well ahead of time. For your waiting time, you are reaching ahead of time. So for your waiting time, you can carry your knowledge register, knowledge diary and your knowledge file. Now, you are completely prepared. Don't forget to keep a comb in your pocket or in your purse. Why? Because when you are traveling, at the last moment, your hair should look clean and tidy. Carry some water with you and take proper food before you leave. If you are hungry, you will not be confident to give the answers. Your anxiety will creep up from within. So eat properly and reach well on time. Take some water with you. If possible, take some chocolates with you. If you feel nervous, you can take one chocolate and see the difference that you feel in your emotions. Now, it is the time when you have reached that interview place, and when you have reached the interview place and you are sitting, just try to use your wisdom and go through the notice board that's over there. Go through the photographs that's kept on some bulletin board. If there is any newsletter, go through that newsletter. Because when the interviewer would ask you something about their company, that why do you like that company, you can very easily give the answer that I have read that such and such thing happens in your company because you have recently outside got some information related to the company. Isn't that very magical? Won't that create a magical effect on the interviewer? Yes. So, next what you need to do over there, the mistake which people does, whenever someone comes out, they ask them, what was the question? No, don't do it. Be calm, be composed, because when the person would tell about the question and the answer which he or she had given, it may create an influence in your mind. If the person was disappointed to give that answer, that disappointment will transfer within you because feelings transfer. So when you are interacting with a person, with an anxiety-filled person, that anxiety will creep within you and it will be detrimental for your interview process. So avoid such kind of discussion, any such kind of discussion. Be confident that you are prepared and you would be performing the best at the best of your capacity, isn't it? Now it is the time to get inside. It is your turn. Now what to do? While you get inside, be very, very confident and keep a smile on your face. When you keep a smile on your face, you look more attractive. And one art if you can learn, that is talking with a smile. This is a beautiful art. If you can learn this, you will create magic in everyone's heart. Now, when you enter the interview room, keep standing till the interview tells you to take a seat. There may be many situations when the interviewer will not tell you to take a seat and they would like to see that whether you are having assertiveness or not. So you may ask very politely, sir, if you don't mind, can I take a seat? If they say, no, we would want you to keep standing. Although this would only happen when there is any stress interview. They want to see that whether you can cope up with the stress or not. During that moment, have a smile on your face and say, it's my pleasure, sir. It's okay. I'm okay with it. And keep on answering to the questions. Now, most of the time, you would see, generally, this thing would happen very less when there will be stress interview. Always you would be offered a seat. When you are offered a seat, sit in such a way that you are alert but relaxed. It means that you should not lean completely your back on the chair. You should sit straight, as well as you should not have a lot of anxiety that you are sitting at the edge of the chair. Sitting at the edge of the chair is the sign of anxiety. So you should not sit at the edge of the chair. You should sit comfortably on the chair and get ready for giving the answers. If there is one interviewer, not very difficult to maintain the eye contact with one interviewer. You can very easily maintain the eye contact with one interviewer. But if there are 2 or 3 or 4 interviewers, there is a panel interview. During that situation, what you need to do is, the person who is asking question, start giving the answer by looking at that person, but at the same time, look at all the members while answering your question. But end your answer by looking at that person who had asked you the question. Right? This is the way you should answer the question in the panel interview. Now, if you are stuck with some answer and you don't know that answer, you can just rather than faking and showing, giving a wrong answer, it's very, very right to tell that, sir, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm not aware of this answer. But if you want to guess, you can say, I'm not sure, but with your permission, can I try? See, this would show your few characteristics. First, you don't fake, you're honest. Second, you have desire to make an attempt. This would give reflection of your pure personality. If at any point of the time you feel that you are not able to give any answer, don't feel demotivated. Just maintain your patience and keep on seeking the questions and try giving the answers. And at the end, when you're generally, what kind of questions they would ask? The question that would generally they ask starts with, share about yourself. When they talk about share about yourself, you can share about your strengths, you can share about your unique characteristics, you can share about your talent, you can share about your potential. It's not important when they ask about, share about yourself, it's not important that you have to share about your weakness. But there may be a point when they would ask you, share about your strengths and weakness. I would say, don't be dishonest, but be tactful. In your strength, it's very easy, you can say that if you have good writing skills, you may say, I have good writing skills, I have good speaking skills, I can manage people well. But whenever you are giving your strength, support with examples. When you support with examples, it becomes more powerful. For example, if I tell that I have good communication skills or I have good writing skills, so I can say that because I am so passionate about writing that I have written 2 books, and if I carry those books, I can show those 2 books to the interview panel. So always carry or give evidence of your strength. Weakness. This is slightly tricky and needs slight tactfulness. Weakness. Give those weaknesses that will not create a wrong impression about yourself. For example, if I mention that I get angry and I can't bear when somebody is telling wrong to me. So in an organization, no one would like to keep me because there are various people with different personality and they would be speaking something or the other at some point or the other. And if I become furious, if I don't know how to manage my anger, it would be detrimental to the organization. So I should be honest. I can tell that yes, many a times when things are not going right, it makes me feel angry, but I have learned to manage my anger and I know how to respond in those situations. But I think that I need to work more on it. Another, it can be that when there is a lot of work, I sometimes ignore my health, which I should not do. I am learning to create a balance between the work and health. So these are the tricky questions which needs to be handled in effective way, because they would certainly see that this person who is entering my organization should not create any damage to the organization with his personality, right? At the end, when you have end with all the questions and they are asking that, do you have anything to ask for? Many people ask that, could you tell me what would be the salary? No, this is not the right time. They would be asking you about your expectation. At that time, you can talk about the salary. At this point, you can ask about, I would like to know since when you are in this company. I would like to know about the interview panelist, because it was really a lovely interaction. You may also say that I think that I am very fortunate that I happened to be here and had such a wonderful interaction with all of you. So you can wind up with a very smooth interaction process, and then while you leave the room, look at each one and say thank you so much, and then you can move outside. But when you go outside, then maintain your positivity, because result will come after maybe 4 days or maybe after 1 month. But you have to go with the interview process for the next company. So your motivation, your confidence should be at the high. When you come out, just take out some time and write all the questions that has been asked, so that for the next interview, it will be added questions for you. And whenever you are going for an interview also, you need to take out set of questions, probable questions, expected questions that you feel will be asked in the interview. That would be your data bank, and keep on adding to your data bank. Now, this interview was added 10 questions more to the data bank. Tomorrow's interview will add 10 more questions to the data bank. And it is also enhancing your personality. The more you are facing interview, the more you are getting confident. And let me tell you, there is a right place for you, for every one of us. So don't be anxious. A right person would certainly select you. And you know what? Diamond can be, the value of diamond can be understood by a diamond jeweler, not a vegetable seller. So you are the diamond, and this diamond would be identified by the powerful diamond merchant or diamond buyer. Thank you so much. Do visit my website www.empoweredlifesessions.com. EMPOWERLIFESSESSIONS.com. If you have any query, you can write to me at mind.nivedita NIVEDITA @gmail.com. Thank you so much.